Welcome everyone, we are the Grin brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls edition. Oh, you're still talking, did you not see how we left? And that guy just exploded into other guys.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I thought the game crashed to us just then.
No, the game was crashing earlier, but...
Did you sneak attack?
Sneak attack by ramming a shield into their back.
Sneaky.
Like I slide across, like this is not a sneak attack, but woo!
So, yeah, I guess something I did put down as a general thing to talk about was Boku no Hero Academia, and we sort of brought up last time.
Spoiler warnings.
There may be spoilers,
the one person that watches our videos.
There may be spoilers, but I'm mostly wanting to focus on...
There's two people.
I'm mostly wanting to focus on the season 2 of the anime that's actually aired.
Thank you for watching our videos, all two people, by the way.
Which, well, to be fair, on average now we get at least 3 views per video.
Oh, isn't one of them you?
Well, I've been at work all this time, so I wouldn't...
Oh, you... No, because when you upload it, you...
Yeah,
or
when
do you mean the ones I've been uploading? Because I definitely don't watch the ones
the ones
I
you've been uploading. All the Shanti videos, I've barely watched any of them. They've all got at least 3 to 6 views per video.
That's cool. Because I literally don't watch any of our videos.
Our Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit video got 6 views really quickly.
Oh god, that's disgusting. Why do people do that to themselves? That's terrible. They even... It was just Krillin punching Krillin half the time in cutscenes. We didn't even really play the game. We couldn't.
World Choice Beam struggle.
Yeah, I've watched like the first season of the anime and it's 90% flashbacks.
Yeah, the second season doesn't change that. They get slightly better as it goes along, but the first...
It's to save on the animation budget, isn't it?
The first episode of season 2 is...
Oh! Legendary fat guy!
The first episode of season 2 is literally just flashbacks.
Wow. That was apparently an angel. A cursed angel, but an angel nonetheless.
Yeah, season 2, absolutely wonderful what they do with the animation and all that.
To be expected.
So, I guess my comments I am going to end up making is more so a criticism of the original source material. Is the Hiroshiki for his work on Boku no Hero. Boku no Hero is an absolutely amazing series.
Very good.
And of the current Shonen Jump sort of mangas, I would say it's the best they've currently got going.
But Black Clover, Liam.
Black Clover is good in an almost ironic way.
Completely
It's enjoyable,
ironic.
But you got to question...
It's terrible.
What?
Really.
Yeah.
But that's why we like it. It's like watching the Berserk anime. You don't do it, but you do. There's some sick, twisted pleasure you gain out of that.
I don't think that the pleasure is something that can be associated with the Berserk anime.
I actually want to watch that.
But you haven't watched any of the previous Berserk.
I don't need to. I just want to look at how bad it is. You know what I'm like.
The thing is, you got to take Berserk seriously because it's just basically nothing but death constantly.
I don't think I could take it seriously. Like, I like bad things. They entertain me.
I can see why you don't like the Digimon song then, because after all, Hey Digimon, Hey Digimon is such a good song.
Awful.
Which is why you don't like it, because you like bad things.
It's
Hey Digimon.
It's bad in a special way. Like, I like it in the scenes that, like, when it comes on, I find it funny. But I'm not supposed to be laughing at Lilymon getting brutally murdered.
Yeah, as a criticism to the Boku no Hero that sort of kind of popped up, the season 2 tried to alleviate it somewhat in the anime. Yeah. But Hiroshiki's writings is largely influenced by the fact that his 2 previous mangas got cancelled fairly quickly.
He's rushed.
I felt Omodaki Zoo, which I did read, was wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think he's still upset about being cancelled.
Yeah, he does include a ton of his characters in it. But it seems that Boku no Hero gets very heavily influenced by trying to avoid the manga getting cancelled. It's hit a good moment and it just keeps trying to only focus on that moment. Like, it doesn't try to give much, until the recent chapters I'd say, it doesn't try to give that much attention to the other characters outside of small scenes.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
you
Sugar Daddy.
didn't get to see half the fights
No.
in that festival thing, and most of them were insanely short. Which, to be fair, some of them made a lot of sense.
Well, to be fair, it makes sense that fights would be short anyway.
Yeah,
No, wrong button.
unfortunately, the one manga I can think of when it comes to these fights are realistically short is unfortunately Fairy Tail, because that never really drags its fights on that long. I'm sorry for having to bring up Fairy Tail comparison.
It's Hale again!
Okay.
He was from, the castle place.
Ah, yeah.
See, they swear in this game, but it's still only a 16. And there's heavy violence. Does Hale die?
I hope not.
I hope he doesn't either, but it's Diablo.
Well, we've made them angry now, haven't we?
How dare you jump attack me?
There you jump attack Hale. One of the few people I like. He isn't dead yet.
Which is impressive, really.
Just as good as I remember, old friend. Have you seen
And twice your size and demonic!
My faith is rewarded.
He didn't die.
Wow.
Did we just do something in Diablo with a likable character and they lived?
Yeah, that's
Also, I
seen
just
that.
looted over 1,000 gold from that corpse, so solid. I'm happy with the results from this. I got sewed.
And yes, the anime does give a bit more sort of screen time to the sort of fights. They do showcase them off a little bit more.
Yeah.
But something that annoys me is that
It's 90% flashbacks.
as part of the sort of writing, and this is going to become more prevalent in one of the upcoming arcs, where the only key fight you actually get to see is Deku's, and everyone else's it gets resolved in very different manners. You know which arc I'm talking about.
Oh,
The
yeah.
camping one, yeah.
Yeah.
Deku's is the only one. Like, I like
Hold on a
a lot
second.
of
I'm
elements
just going to
it.
say there's spoiler warnings because I prefer to talk about things in depth rather than try and tiptoe around it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that arc was kind of terrible for fights.
Deku's is the only one who has a fight, and it's not the usual strategic, this makes sense sort of thing.
Yeah, no, they handled a lot of that very poorly, I feel. And it doesn't...
I think it's good tease for future things, but then given what they do with a later character, it feels very sort of like anticlimactic in the, oh gosh, they teased, some good things with these characters, and you just killed one of them off.
Yeah. On top of that, it's kind of anticlimactic, and to me shows part of the flaw I find, where I'm gonna say this, so as I've warned before, this is spoiler territory.
Yeah.
He's okay with killing villains, but he seems very hesitant on killing quote-unquote heroes and good guys.
There's several heroes who should have ended up dead given what happens to them, or at least more seriously. Like, I thought they were going to tease, you're going to actually have it, like injuries having dire consequences, but...
They've yet to show that efficiently.
Yeah, like they keep saying, oh, Deku, your hands have been badly injured, look at the state of them.
And the only way they've really shown it is that he's, one, got slightly scarred arms, and two, he kicks things now instead of punching it. But that could have happened. That didn't even really happen because of that.
Yeah.
It was because he needed to differentiate himself from All Might.
Yeah.
Like...
then
that, like
Ida's sort of injury that he later gets in the series, which I won't tease because that's literally the next upcoming arc where stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
It's only a very minute thing which you're never going to notice.
Which, to be fair, like, that wasn't too bad of an injury that happened.
Mm.
Like, it kind of made sense with that.
Whereas Deku's injuries are, oh my gosh, you shouldn't have anything left at this point.
Yeah, and some of the other injuries, like, I like the character, and I was very annoyed when what happened to them, the Kitty Cat girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is annoying. But at the same time, they basically came out fine.
Mm.
They have
likewise for a guy who later gets shot through the head.
Yeah, one of the guys gets shot in the head and lives, and it's like, this would have had far more impact if he died.
Yeah. Like, I can understand...
And they could have done good character development for other characters with it.
Because I can understand...
God, you're slow.
I can understand... this has already been covered in the anime, so I'm okay. Ignium surviving. Although I think it lets us stain a bit. Ignium surviving, I feel, makes sense because the one thing has been taken from him in the Ignium himself, the hero, is technically dead at that point because his legs no longer work. And I feel that as they expand Idia's character, Ignium being alive provides a lot more potential for that.
Yeah.
But with some of the other characters who are, you know, they're not related to the main characters in too deep a way, but they have somewhat of a connection to them, I feel their deaths would have actually added more
Yeah.
to the other thing. You know, there's certain characters who, them being, because you know they'll be frequently about the place, you know them being alive means there's more potential for the other characters.
Yeah.
But there's some where it's like, no offense, but you're not a main character and you're not a regular supporting character, so you actually would serve a better
No,
sort
the
of...
guy that got shot retires afterwards, and it's like, okay, well, he's gone on vacation.
Yeah.
Account of being shot in the head, which is a pretty good reason to go on vacation, really.
Yeah.
But it's like, couldn't you have just...
And they'd already given the character a badass moment to sort of go out on.
Yeah. Like, they've missed the prime opportunity to kill him.
Yeah.
And, like...
It's like the guy down so his jump was slowed.
And, like, the issue comes more prevalent where, later on, a character, as far as we're aware, is dead. I'm pretty sure he's going
I'm
to be
hoping
dead.
there's a way the character could survive it, but I'm not sure they'll actually go with that method.
No, I don't think they will.
I'm hoping they will, but...
I hope they do.
Because I think there is a tease to it, you know, because there are some things which don't make sense with it, but at the same time...
But, yeah, a character killed off for pretty much no reason.
Yeah.
They were just killed.
But yeah, the problem I was going to mention, back to the anime part, is the Torodoki in his fight against Bangoku. I know his name is actually Bakugo, but I ended up calling him Bangoku because of some early scans, and the name's just stuck. Plus, it actually worked well as a hero name for him.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that the Japanese subversion says that the name that they keep teasing Kirishima keeps taking Bangoku with is just Explosion Boy, because the scan version of calling him Blasty McSplode is just so much funnier.
I preferred Exploding Super Death, or whatever it was. To be fair, Exploding Super Death would work quite well for him as well.
To be fair, Lord Explosion Murder, which was his name he suggested, would actually work well the moment you take out the murder part. As in,
I don't know.
In terms of the Japanese hero setting, because...
If I was a villain and someone said, look out, Lord Explosion Murder is coming after you, I think I'd give up.
That was a funny thing, the character profile, no one's going to see him for ages in the anime, but the character profiles came out on Boku no Hero for some of the other characters, and Night Eye, they comment, he's the Japanese to match All Might's Americanism.
That sounds about right.
And it's like, yeah, given what their characters and their attitudes they've got to heroism, that makes sense. It's kind of weird that All Might is the big hero of Japan, given his entire thing feels like an American step to superheroism rather than, you know...
You see, that's something that's always kind of annoyed me with, like, mangas and stuff like this. There's always, like, the character that's got, like, this incredibly overpowered whatever. Because he's got All For One, which is insanely powerful.
One for all, actually.
One for All For One.
All For One's the other one.
Basically the same thing. You've got a Legendary Ring, by the way.
Oh.
Oh,
got two legendaries.
No, it's
right.
just one because they're both rings.
Oh yeah.
But identify. Manold healed.
173 intelligence, 170 life per second, 4% life, 273 life out per kill, full plus maximum arcane damage.
It's got better int than what you got.
Crafted by the healers of
Just
Vision.
equip it. You can also unsocket Glory Spur.
Oh, how do I do that? I need to go to the socketer, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Also, what's the... Wait, hold on. Go to your other ring first. Other ring first. Other ring. Click on that. Compare it to Glory Spur. Is Glory Spur better? Keep in mind some of that int is from...
Increased ranged and melee damage. More int. No vitality or critical hit.
See what the damage difference is.
Okay, damage is int for me, isn't it?
Yeah, you got 500... You get more damage with Glory Spur.
So, Glory Spur.
You get less crit damage, but you get more flat out damage. So
yeah, so I'll have to figure something else to equip that. But Yeah, sorry, what were you talking about?
Yeah, no, like, it really annoys me where it's like, okay, so All Might's got this super powerful ability or whatever.
Oh, increased hydro damage, but no resource cost. Okay.
So, Japan's basically sorted. And all they ever really talk about is Japan. Why have none of the other countries...
One mention of America.
Yeah, why have none of the other countries taken note of All Might's power?
They mentioned America once in regards to even American superheroes were shocked at All Might's stuff. Something happened. Yeah, so stuff happened basically, and they have a world event thing, and America comments on it.
Yeah, like...
And it's like one time, no other countries get mentioned.
And, like, what happens if there's catastrophes in those other countries? Like, why doesn't All Might go and help other countries as well? Like...
Yeah.
I'm sure there must be global events of danger that happen.
Well, something to note is the you know what got recently sort of explained in the anime is the Japanese superhero system is all government funded.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for instance, in our country, particularly with, well, if it's matching the same government we've got at the moment, sort of thing, because we have a conservative government at the moment, the superheroes would probably be more private stuff rather than government funded, state owned. It'd probably be, you know, sort of supporting yourself sort of thing. We'd have detectives who assist police.
We'd have detectives, hero gangs, and it'd basically be the guild system.
Yeah, the police would have a much bigger presence, I feel, in a UK-based superhero system. Whereas in Japan, they're just basically there to say, superheroes do this.
Whereas the police would probably have superheroes in their force.
And then or, you know, have them sort of connected to the...
Yeah, private detectives and all that. I also feel like... So, gang issues come up. Apparently Japan doesn't know how to deal with organised crime in Boku no Hero.
You talking about the recent Vigilantes chapter, or the...
In general.
Or the recent...
Like
Actually, both Boku no Hero and Vigilantes both brought that
yeah, the
recently.
hero system doesn't know how to deal with organised crime. Go to remove.
Oh no, I don't need to remove it. I've got it equipped now, remember? I was trying to sell first.
They don't know how to deal with organised crime. Because the way the hero system works means they've not had to do with it. They're designed more to be flashy and on show and stuff. I assume divide distractions from their day-to-day lives.
More armour, but it's got so much less of the extra for no socket. So
3% life.
True.
I don't know. I don't think you need health at the moment, though.
Yeah, and if this reduces all cooldowns by 6%, 9 maxed arcane power.
Do you need cooldown reduction though?
I like having it.
Like, what cooldown moves are you using?
Blizzard. Blizzard.
You can only have one Hydra at a time.
Yeah, I'll keep it around just in case then.
But no, like, why didn't they just ask another country for help? Because let's be honest. Okay, 16 to 24 damage, but it's no int.
No int, yeah, a little unsure of in that one. No increased arcane power either. Well, that's because of my socket.
Does give you reduced resource cost.
Yeah.
It might be worth checking the damage difference.
Yeah. I'll just keep it on me for the moment.
But no, like...
Yeah, check that. That's not nearly as good as
the stuff. Because a country like England,
armor.
Let's be honest, would have... like, gangs would be common as hell. Like, even with superheroes, we'd have gangs. We'd have all that kind of stuff. So... Why didn't Japan just go, oh, we've got an issue with organised crime, let's just ask one of the other heroes for help? Because I should imagine we would send heroes to the other countries to act as, like, peace ambassadors.
You'd think. Like, I mean, Vigilantes is the only one who actually had a foreign superhero pop up to say, yeah, I'm visiting this superhero thing.
Yeah, like, Vigilantes fills a lot of the holes, but
Vigilantes is honestly at points. I think it's because of when Vigilantes was introduced. Because I feel that at that point, Boku no Hero was on a little bit of a downswing. I feel the recent chapters have really improved it at the moment, but I felt Boku no Hero was on a bit of a downturn at that point.
Vigilantes basically
came at the right time
in the story.
Yeah,
and all the flaws in, like, the natural system, which is good, but. There's a lot of things that still don't really make sense to me. Like, surely people would...
I don't think I have anything too grand to equip it, but the intelligence should be the better one, shouldn't it?
Yeah, and
I don't think I have...
You have a Radiant Topaz. No, you got the rank below Radiant. Perfect. Throw that in.
Yeah, that'll be good enough.
Because, like, surely you'd have British superheroes and American superheroes and all that.
Yeah.
Like, again, to act as peace ambassadors and stuff like that. Because it's like,
or even just more of the other Asian countries having their superheroes there. But they've got the Pony Girl, who's an American character, who's
because
there,
it's like,
but, you'd think there'd be more pro superheroes.
All right, I'll give you. We'll send over one of our pro heroes. You send over one of yours.
Improve relations.
Goodwill. You know, that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
And it also provides, oh, well, this country's good at this type of thing, this country's good at this type of thing. Because, yet again, on the thing, most British heroes probably wouldn't need suits or equipment.
Yeah.
Like,
it'd be a lot of on-the-ground sort of, detective work again.
British, like, England as a country is quite known when it comes to combat for not having anything.
Yeah.
We don't use equipment, really, because it's so cheap it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I feel there's a few opportunities that they've missed.
We need to return to where we were.
No, we don't. We need to talk to...
But the problem I was going to point out is
But we should probably stop.
The problem I was going to... Because I still didn't even get to the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, no.
The problem I was going to point out is the... Torodoki versus Bangoku in the finals. Torodoki started having this whole sort of drama over not being able to use his firepower because he's sort of questioning his character and all that.
Yeah.
And despite all these sort of issues going on, he still managed to beat Idia with fair ease. And it feels there's such a gap between Deku, who even at this point wasn't even controlling his power. He was breaking his limbs as he fought. But there was such a big gap between Deku, Torodoki, and Bangoku that it's kind of ridiculous. Like, Idia goes insanely fast, and the hit that Idia gets on for Torodoki, you'd think would do more than just kind of hinder him.
So
it just feels like there's too big of a gap between the rest of the characters and those three.
I agree with you on that.
I mean, even Tokoyami to an extent, Kirishima didn't even show off half his fight against Bangoku.
Yeah.
And even Tokoyami, until later on, he was doing well in the tournament, but the moment he goes against Bangoku for obvious reasons, tight matchup, he gets destroyed. But
you mean Sarah?
No, Tokoyami.
Which one's Tokoyami?
Sorry, Tokoyami against Bangoku, Shadowbird.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Sarah one I can understand.
He lost for good reason.
Sarah, they later showcase a moment where he does actually win in something, because they have this little athletics thing.
Also, his
who
power
can win in
is
a race.
sellotape.
And Sarah, because it was basically parkour, rather than a straight-on race, beat everyone.
The thing to keep in mind with Bird Guy was, as they point out, it's bad matchup.
Yeah, but...
Like, it made sense him losing.
The Iida thing annoys me, because Torodoki was having this sort of drama issue, but his fight against Iida was so quick.
I also think it's worth keeping in mind, so this is the way I see it. Torodoki was set up to be the strongest kind of thing. Deku is self-destructive at this point with his power, but his power is inherently stronger than most people's. And Bangoku is also set up to be really strong from the beginning. Idia is a bit more reasonable in how they set him up. They set him up to be fast, but not necessarily combat strong yet.
Yeah.
And the Shadowbird guy, they point out he is really strong, but it was completely poor matchup. Zero, he throws tape at people. I don't think we're expecting any around.
I just feel the Iida thing that I feel there could have been more impact if Iida actually got further in the tournament and then heard the news about his brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like a situation of sort of joy offset by sudden sadness.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I feel that the
I feel it could have also made sense that
should have played him for beyond because it just feels kind of dips in and out.
It could have also made sense if Idia had been told about what happened to his brother before the fight, because that would explain why I lost so quick. Because he wouldn't have been focused on the fight.
Yeah.
But
Torodoki wasn't focused on the fight at all, and he still won. Is kind of my problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. Guess we'll end the episode and then continue the next part.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Cheer, everyone!
Booey!